Hey guys, it's me again. It's like midnight and I've already recorded like 3 videos. I don't know what's up with me, but I genuinely feel like talking and I should be sleeping because for the past many days I've been awake till like 6 a.m. and then sleeping during the day because I had this routine when I was learning for my graduation thing where I would learn until 5 a.m. and then sleep during the day, and then I was taking pictures as a photographer at some events till like 3 to 4 a.m. and that really messed up my sleep schedule, and it's like 40 minutes past midnight, so I should probably be asleep, but I really feel like talking, and I hate unscripted videos. I hate them. And the reason for that is that I might be a perfectionist in this, but it's probably because I'm a filmmaker. Like, when something's not perfect, like the lighting or, sound or the editing, I just cannot post it. And this is exactly what I think YouTube has to teach me. So this is like my uncomfortable zone, or what do you call it? Not a danger zone, but I don't know. Stepping out of your comfort zone. This is my stepping out of the comfort zone as a filmmaker. And I made a promise actually to myself when I started recording on YouTube that I would record videos that, let me think, it's 1 a.m. So it's like my thoughts are a little slow. I would record videos without looking at them as if they had to be perfect, because I usually like try to make as good content as I can because I have this creator complex from my film school. And recording videos like this is just nah. For example, now I have this thought like I've been talking for 2 minutes straight, almost 3, and nobody's gonna listen to this because it's boring. Yeah, well, so what? So it's YouTube, it's not a, con projection. Whatever. Okay, so I have some plans for the future. I have so many plans. Actually, I've scheduled videos for the next month, like reels on TikTok, Instagram, and I'm constantly posting on Twitter because my thoughts are just flowing. The graduation's gone, so now I can afford thinking about something else but the education, and it's been great. Honestly, it's been so great. Like, I can do whatever I want. It feels so good, and I just feel like I can finally invest my time in things I'm interested in. Like, I've had some subjects like maths. I'm terrible at maths, like literally next level terrible. If you say you're bad at maths, oh my god, you're not worse than me, okay? Shh, be quiet. Shh. You're not. So anyways, I have written down some topics that I wanted to talk about. And I actually meant to, record them, write scripts for them, and record them tomorrow. Stupid. Nah. I'm gonna publish this because I need to learn that videos that are unscripted can be good. I need to learn that. And also, it helps me with public speaking because English is not my first language and I need to learn to express myself better. So if I forget some words and I'm like thinking because I'm confused, well, it's because exactly. I forgot what I wanted to say. But the topic I wanted to talk about was build a support network. Oh my god, we're 5 minutes in and you're already bored. I know, I'm sorry. We're gonna jump into the topic. So, oh my god, I hope you didn't skip the 5 minute part. That would like hurt my meow meow. Anyways, I have a lot to talk about because, I grew up As I was growing up, I attended this elementary school, just like everybody else, right? But, sorry if you can hear my dog in the background, she's like snoring from sleep. Yeah, so I was attending this elementary school, and I might be smiling about this, but it was not easy, let me tell you. I was bullied, like severely, for 4 years, and there was no way out of it. I've tried to record a video about this for so many times for you guys, but I just couldn't. I couldn't, because every time I start talking about it, my chest gets heavy, my hands start trembling, and I just feel like, oh my god, battery is dying. I have to be fast. We got 20% left. Okay, let's make this fast. Such a serious topic, and I only have 20% to talk. Well, whatever. So I've tried to record about this so many times, but every single time I've just failed, because I usually just cannot watch these videos again, because it's like traumatizing for me to talk about it. So every time I want to edit these videos, and you know I'm a perfectionist, it's just really hard. I cannot watch it again, so I just like throw it away, delete it, whatever. So this is the first time I'm going to talk about this, probably since like 3 years ago. Anyways, about the building a support network. I've had severe issues with this because of being bullied. And it was, well, you could say I wasn't physically bullied, but at the same time, they stole things from me. And I had this one friend, and remember, I have this like, I'm not sure if you can swear on YouTube, so I'm just not gonna, but I have this, had this friend in elementary school, and she was the only friend of mine. And basically, oh my god, I just think about this memory and my chest like wants to explode. There was this like circle of kids, because there was this incident that we had art, like a class of art. And I was drawing. I was very introverted. I literally didn't talk to anyone in that class because they bullied me, and I was scared, and I even had like physical, damn, this is so personal. I don't feel like I want to share this, but yeah, I even had like physical symptoms of getting bullied. Like I couldn't wake up from bed, and nobody knew why. So most of the time I've spent like literally for the 2 years, I've spent most of the time at hospitals, because they were trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with me. Oh my god, I've just sweared. I'm sorry. Please, YouTube, don't ban me. So I couldn't wake up from bed, and I had some, like, I was in pain, and since I left the elementary school, like literally, I even went through surgery, okay? Because the doctors didn't know what to do with me, and they thought the surgery, which I'm not going to talk about, it was personal, but they thought it was the only way that could help me. I literally went even for scans, like, of my brain, whether, like, I'm retarded, I'm not going to say that word, whether I'm, like, you know, whether there's something wrong in my brain that, like, keeps on turning the pain without reason, but they could find nothing. Literally nothing. I even went to psychologist, but nothing was helping. And since I left the elementary school, I don't have any of these physical symptoms. Like, day one, I left and I had nothing. And I'm telling you, I had these symptoms for 4 years as it was happening to me. Like, physically, I was getting really painful. And it was disturbing my personal life so much. I couldn't go to events because, or even the school, I had like 300 hours per this like semester. I was absent, and that was like normal to me because I couldn't wake up from bed from the severe pain I was in. So that I learned a lot about how much your mental health is connected to your physical body. And guys, just take care of yourself, because this is so crucial. This is so crucial, okay? Like, take care of yourself mentally, or else it's gonna start projecting on your body. And even now, when I get like super stressed, or it was happening to me that when there were like situations that would subconsciously remind me of, you know, me getting bullied, I would get that pain again. It wasn't as severe most of the cases, but I knew it was it. I just knew. And sometimes I couldn't even, like, I didn't want to admit myself because, you know, I'm a tough girl. So I was like, nah, that's not from the bullying. It's not it's not reminding me of the bullying. But my body was telling me, get out of this situation. It's reminding you of your past experience and it's painful. Yeah, so it was really, really hard for me, and it's still a huge struggle for me to build meaningful connections. Literally, I have severe trust issues. And that's really personal. But, you know, my best friend in the elementary school turned their back and just started bullying me as well. So it was like horrible, and I tried to switch schools, but the school I wanted to get in, but they basically told me that, actually I wonder if I would talk about this if it wasn't 1 a.m. I just feel like people at 1 a.m. are more open. So it's like we're having tea, and by the way, it's raining outside, so it's really vibe. It's like we're having tea and just like this conversation, personal. Well, okay, what's your trauma, by the way? Okay, let's continue. I'd like to react to your trauma, but I don't know what it is, so, I mean, so I wanted to switch schools, but it was impossible because we literally went to visit it, and it was even worse with bullying than in my school. I think it was because it was close to the capital city of my country, and it's like, kids there are just not alright. Kids there are like, I don't know, maybe it was just my experience, but I just hate our capital city where I grew up. And I'm so glad I've moved out because I would burn that town. That sounded as if I wanted to actually burn it. No, it was just a joke. But hypothetically speaking, I mean, it's a nice town. Oh my god, intrusive thoughts won again. I'm sorry. So now, about building meaningful connections and a support network. I feel like the people who you spend time with have a huge influence on you. And since I've learned being alone most of the time, like literally, I'm telling you, this is also very personal. Oh my god, I'm sharing like literally my whole life here. By the way, I don't think I've shared this with more than 2 people in my life. That's like crazy. That's like next level because I'm sharing it on the internet, and that's... How much percent of battery do I have? Wait, let me take a look. Shit, 16%. Okay. Guys, I feel... But honestly, as I've talked about it now, maybe because I didn't go into detail, the pain in my chest has like disappeared a little. Oh, I'm probably like starting many topics and not finishing them. I've just remembered that I started talking about this circle of kids, and then I just like drifted away to something else. So I'm just gonna like finish the talking about the circle of kids, and then we're gonna go back to what I wanted to say originally. Yeah, so this circle of kids, oh my god. There was this day that was, you know, I told you that I was having arts lesson, and that day I ran away from school. That has never happened before, okay? Never fucking ever. Sorry, I swear again. Oh my god. No, please don't ban me. Please don't. YouTube, I love you. Please don't ban me. Okay. I feel like I should edit this and like beep every single swear word. But I've seen some people swearing on YouTube, so I mean, it's probably okay. Anyways. It's really painful for me to talk about. I'm sorry if I'm like trying not to cry or something, but I'm trying to be a tough girl, okay? I'm trying. So, it started with invading my personal space. Like, I was drawing, I was the quiet kid, I didn't talk to anyone, I minded my own business, I was sitting alone in my I don't know how you say this in English, but like I was sitting on a chair and, you know, drawing on the desk, like basically being a quiet kid in the class, as always, like listening to music. And they started like, sorry, I'm trying to say it normally, but it's hard. They started to like touch my things and thought it was funny, and I asked them to stop, but they would not. And then they took the things away from me, like my pencil case and my backpack, whatever. And I was still ignoring it because I knew that there were too many people bullying me, and I knew that every single time I tried to stand up for myself, they would even bully me on the streets. Like I remember wearing these like cute little buns, and I stopped wearing them after this experience. Like my mom made them for me, and I felt so happy going to school with these cute little buns. I'm gonna fucking cry. Sorry word. No. I really want to cry. It's heavy raining outside, if that makes you more comfortable in this cozy little talk. So my mom made me these little buns, and basically I was walking on the street, and then this like one of the main kids of the bully group, I was literally minding my own business, walking home from school, happy I have my buns. I know that sounds stupid, but I was like 12 years old, so I was really happy. I felt like cute, you know, and just like living my best 12-year-old life. And this kid walked up to me and started telling me that I look like a giraffe because I'm tall. That's the main reason they started bullying me, because I'm tall, okay? Like not extremely, but more than the average. Today I'm grateful, but back then I hated myself for being tall, because literally they would call me a tower or like a giraffe or anything that was tall, you name it. And it got to a point I wanted to kill myself, and I almost did. I was 13 when this happened. Wow, that's some tough stuff. So, yeah. But back to the class. They started taking away my personal things. And then there was break. It was like 2 lessons after each other, right? Of art. And I just kept drawing, you know, I was like, I think I was always like good at art, if that's not too egoistic. And I think they were kind of jealous about it. So they started like stealing my things away and bringing them to men toilets. The teacher didn't do nothing about it, and I don't blame her, because it was literally the worst school you could get into, my elementary school. They literally were over news once I left the school because they bullied another kid, and then they recorded it like physically hurting another kid and posted it on Instagram, and it was all over the internet in my country. And my elementary school was the worst school you could attend ever, okay? So the teacher did nothing about it because they didn't respect her, and she rather pretended not to see it. And I know that's kind of like bad, that's really bad, but she couldn't do nothing, and they were laughing at her. I mean, I hope this teacher, which she was my favorite teacher, and it's like we were this group of both bullied teachers and some students, you know. And if she's watching this, I know she cannot speak English, but if she's watching this, I just hope she got out of that school and she's living her best life, because I literally loved her, and I had even like separate art lessons with her, and she supported me so much, and she was the best teacher, okay? And so, oh my god, I'm talking for 20 minutes, it must be so boring. I'm just gonna make it short because I cannot express myself, it's way too painful for me. So they started, bringing my stuff to boys' toilets and also my friends' stuff to boys' toilets, and we basically protected each other. Then I tried to get my stuff and her stuff, but they made a circle around me and laughed at me, and I was like in the circle, and I felt like there was a window and I wanted to jump out of it, but never happened, thank God. And then there, 2 days later, my school tried to confront it. Because my mom was super angry after this happened. After they created this circle around me, my hands are trembling. After they created this circle around me, I've ran away from school because I was terrified. And I met my mom on the way because she was bringing me, oh my god, I was so lucky to forget keys at home that day. She was leaving for work, but I forgot my keys at home. So she came by to bring me the keys. And I literally met her crying, not being able to say a word, being 13 years old. And just crying heavily, not being able to say a word. And she hands me the keys and she's like, what happened? And she just didn't understand. And when I, after 15 minutes of trying to talk to me, when I told her what happened, she got so mad. I've never seen my mom so mad in life, never. And she tried to confront the principal of our school, but honestly, this guy, he should never have been the principal of the school, never. He literally just wait, how much percent do I have? 11. He literally stood up for the bullies because the parents of the bullies, there were 6 of them, right? The parents of the bullies were stronger influence than my mom, okay? So that's how wrong this school was. There was no way out of it. As you're watching this school has a new principal. I've never met him, I just hope the school's better. But all I've seen is the school over the news, and just kids getting bullied, just ever. So I just hope they're all right. And even some kids, when I left the school to high school, they actually confronted me that they were bullied too, 2 years below me, and they were like, oh my god, what can I do about this? I don't want to be in this school. And I'm like, I really like to give you an advice on this, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's so wrong. So the next day the school tried to confront it, and there was the psychologist, my class teacher, and the whole class, and they sort of this is the circle I was talking about. They put us in this circle of chairs, and everybody was supposed to sit in a circle. And the psychologist, I really appreciate her effort. She tried to talk with the class about what happened, but no one said the truth. Nobody. Literally nobody. They told my class teacher that I had punched them in the face, and that was because of that, they took the things away from me. Something like that. I don't even want to remember what it was, because I remember just them telling my class teacher that I punched him in the face, which was not true. I just remember sitting in the chair and being super mad because 6 kids said the same thing, I punched them in the face and I was physical. It was not true. I was just running away from them. And the whole class who had seen it, this was next level thing for me. I would say the swear word, but I can't. Basically, it was watching an experiment. And this was such an experience for me, for my future years, and this is why I don't trust people. Literally, everybody sitting in that circle, my whole class, they have seen what happened. They have seen it, I'm telling you, everybody saw it. I saw literally everyone rotate when I started running away, and nobody said a word. They were like, is this true? And the whole class was silent. And this experience had convinced me that when there's, when there could be a problem for people, if they express their concern, they're gonna be silent. They're never gonna stand up for you. But, and this is why I value this one friend so much, and I'm gonna, my 10%, we have to be quick. This is why I'm gonna remember her for the rest of my life, because she was so strong. Like, imagine, she was severely bullied. They would, like, I don't know, like, brag about her every single day and physically hurt her, and she stood up and she said, that's not true. Like, the bullied one stood up and said, that's not true, in the front of entire class who saw everything. And I was just, like, relieved. Because somebody had said the truth, that they bullied us both. And she literally said, we're the targets in this class, and that's why everybody's silent. I'm gonna remember that sentence for the rest of my life. So, yeah, that was really, really, really wrong. And I just don't know what else to say about this topic, because there's so many memories, terrible, horrible memories, that have questioned me trusting in other human beings, that rooted in this elementary school, and I'm still coping with it. And if you're being bullied, originally, I'm sorry, this video was supposed to be about building a supportive network, but actually it's more about trust issues, I guess. I'm gonna record a new video about building a supportive network because of the battery and because it's too long. So I really appreciate you watched this far, and I'm gonna tell you one more thing. 2 weeks ago, I witnessed something on the street, and this is another important moment in my life. Wait, how much battery do I have? 8%. My dog's snoring again. Sorry, not sorry. I witnessed something completely wrong again. I was walking on the street, and there were kids, and there was one kid screaming, but I didn't pay much attention to it. But as I looked further, they were kicking one kid on the floor, on the ground, and the kid was like, please don't do this, please stop. And people were walking around, and nobody ever stopped and even showed concern. And that is so wrong. How can you walk around and do nothing about this? And thanks to this experience, this is if you're going through something really, really wrong, it's gonna teach you in the future to help others. I literally screamed at these kids. I wanted to get them away. Okay, I screamed at these kids, and I told them, it's so, I cannot swear. I would like to swear so much. I screamed at these kids, and I told them to get away. In a bad way, but get away. And the kids were like, oh, why, we're just playing. And I'm like, what? You're playing. And the kid on the floor was like, oh. That was not playing. The kid literally thanked me that this is happening to him daily. And I made sure that he walked safely back home. Oh my god, I hate this so much. I would literally... But you cannot do anything about this, because the problem is parents. Because clearly the kids are not getting what they should be getting. I don't know, love or something. Yeah, but this video is way too long. What you should take from this video is that every single bad experience leads to something good. If it weren't for my bad experience, I might have walked around that kid and not even noticed, just like every other human being walking around. But thanks to my experience, this kid walked home with maybe 1 stitch. So, it's 1 a.m. and I should go to sleep, and yeah, thank you for watching. If you watched this far, really appreciate it. And I hope you heal from whatever you're healing from. Yeah. Have a beautiful day or night, evening, whatever you have. And bye.